Episode 8 Secrets Deep in the Rainforest. Although the vaccine once again successfully curbed the rampant fungal virus, Liu Zhifei's heart could not find peace. The black spots on the butterfly's wings constantly warned him. The root of the virus had not been completely eradicated, and the crisis could erupt at any moment. According to the information provided by Shen Man, the deep tropical rainforest is the habitat of the virus's original host, and the very place where General Guan first obtained the strain years ago. A week later, Liu Zhifei and Xia Baihe decided to venture deep into the rainforest alongside Shen Man to thoroughly eliminate the hidden threat of the virus. Carrying a bamboo basket filled with herbs on her back, Shen Man said,
"This rainforest is called the River of Buried Souls. Legend has it that an immortal spirit resides here, which is the host of the fungal virus, a giant leech. They are social creatures that feed on carrion, the primordial viral strain parasitizing inside their bodies is the origin of all this crisis."
Mist permeated the River of Buried Souls. The canopy was dense, and the tree branches were twisted. The ground was covered with rotting leaves, and various insects could be seen everywhere. Shen Man took out special herbs and distributed them to the two.
"These herbs can dispel miasma and venomous insects. Don't wander too far from me. Once the miasma enters your body, it will cause hallucinations and eventually lead to fatal poisoning."
The three trekked through the tropical rainforest for about 3 hours. Suddenly, a sizzling sound came from the jungle ahead. Liu Zhifei and the others parted the bushes, and the sight before them made their scalps tingle. Ground was covered with black creatures. Looking closely, they discovered a massive swarm of giant leeches. What was horrifying was that, in the distance, several corpses were completely covered with giant leeches. The bodies were covered in black veins, clearly displaying the symptoms of the fungal virus infection.
"These giant leeches are the source of the virus. They must be completely destroyed."
Xia Baihe pulled out a flamethrower, aimed at the giant leeches, and prepared to fire. Shen Man suddenly reached out to stop her.
"No. The ecological chain of the River of Buried Souls is extremely fragile. Large-scale burning will trigger a chain reaction, leading to the total collapse of the rainforest ecosystem. Moreover, the eggs of these leeches are buried deep under the rotting leaves. Fire won't destroy them at all. It will only cause them to spread to other areas of the rainforest."
Shen Man hurriedly took a few packets of herbs from her basket, and, using the kerosene she carried with her, quickly crafted special smoke bombs.
"This is powder ground from mosquito-repellent grass. It can render the leeches unconscious. We use kerosene to burn the adults and douse the eggs with herb juice so they can never hatch."
The three immediately divided the labor and collaborated. Xia Baihe threw the smoke bombs, and white smoke billowed out. The leech swarm began to twitch, losing their aggressiveness. Liu Zhifei, holding the flamethrower, carefully and methodically burned the unconscious adult leeches. Instantly, the stench of burning flesh permeated the rainforest air. Shen Man poured the prepared herb juice evenly over every corner of the ground, ensuring coverage of all areas that might hide eggs. Just as the cleanup was nearing its end, the ground beneath them suddenly shook violently. A giant leech as thick as a barrel burst forth from beneath the rotting leaves. The Leech King's body was covered in a hard carapace. On its head was a pair of scarlet compound eyes, and its gaping maw was lined with razor-sharp barbed teeth, emitting a foul, putrid stench.
"Watch out. Its shell can stop bullets."
Shen Man yelled, quickly throwing a handful of burning herbs. Scorched by the flames, Leech King let out an ear-piercing shriek and roared as it charged at the three. Liu Zhifei dodged to the side, raised his military blade, leapt into the air, and aimed a fierce thrust at the Leech King's only weak point, its eyes. With a squelch, the combat knife plunged deep into the Leech King's compound eye. Black fluid gushed out, sizzling as it hit the ground. Leech King thrashed violently, its massive body snapping several large trees in half. Baihe seized the opportunity to hoist a rocket launcher, aimed at the Leech King's head, and pulled the trigger. Doom! The massive explosion instantly blew the Leech King's head to pieces. Its colossal body crashed heavily to the ground. After twitching for a moment, the Leech King was completely dead. After the S2E thoroughly destroyed the leech habitat, Shenman smiled.
The primordial viral strain has been completely eradicated. There will be no more viral mutations in the future. This viral crisis that had raged for years finally saw the hope of a true ending.
On their way back to the village, Baihe's satellite phone suddenly rang. The urgent voice of the military commander came through the line.
The remnants of the snake spirit cult are launching terrorist attacks across multiple Southeast Asian countries. They've coerced local scientists into perfecting the virus formula. Currently, tens of thousands have been infected, and the situation is extremely critical.
It turned out that before Karen died, he transmitted partial virus samples and research data through encrypted channels to accomplices lurking in various countries. These remnants, operating under the banner of immortality, were causing infection outbreaks across Southeast Asia to incite mass panic, intending to fulfill Karen's conspiratorial plan.
Upon hearing this, Liu Zhifei made a prompt decision.
We split into 2 teams. Baihe and I will head to the Taolan Mountains, where the base of the snake spirit cult remnants is located. Ms. Shen Man will stay in the village to study the herb's suppressive effects on the virus, while making mosquito-repellent herbal sachets ready to supply the front lines at any time.
3 days later, Liu Zhifei and Baihe arrived in Southeast Asia disguised as tourists. According to intel, the remnants of the snake spirit cult were hiding in a mountain temple. The area was heavily guarded and littered with hidden sentries. Late at night, the 2 successfully infiltrated the temple. The main hall was brightly lit, and several armed men were transporting medical equipment. Inside the side hall next to the main hall, over a dozen armed guards were keeping a close eye on several scientists adjusting medical instruments.
Move.
At Liu Zhifei's command, the 2 launched their attack simultaneously. Baihe swept the area with her submachine gun, instantly neutralizing a large number of the armed guards. Liu Zhifei charged in to protect the scientists and escort them quickly out of the temple. In the secret chamber behind the temple's main hall, the new leader of the snake spirit cult stared at the viral strain in the petri dish, a fanatical smile on his face. Seeing Liu Zhifei and the others burst in, he sneered.
Did you think it was over just because you destroyed the original viral strain? We've already mastered the method of synthesizing the virus artificially. Soon, immortality will spread across the whole world, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it.
The new leader quickly pressed a button on the wall. A wall on one side of the secret chamber suddenly slid open. Several infected black hounds lunged out. They were massive in size, their fur falling out in patches. With wild, bloodthirsty eyes, they bared razor-sharp fangs from their maws.
The temples!
Baihe shouted, aiming her gun at the hounds' temples and firing. Liu Zhifei took the opportunity to charge at the new leader, and the 2 engaged in a life-and-death struggle. Liu Zhifei feigned weakness. As the cult leader moved in close, he suddenly drew his Nightwolf dagger and thrust it fiercely at the leader's temple. The dagger pierced the new leader's temple in an instant. His eyes bulged immediately, and he collapsed to the ground convulsing, dying on the spot. Afterward, Liu Zhifei and Baihe joined forces to kill all the mutant hounds and destroyed all the synthesized virus samples. and research data.
The rescued scientists, still in shock, spoke indignantly.
These people are too arrogant. They wanted to turn the virus into a volatile liquid bomb.
By conducting high-altitude operations via aircraft, they intended to spray the virus from the sky, turning the entire Southeast Asian region into a living hell.
After hearing the scientist's account, Liu Zhifei and Xia Baihe exchanged a glance. At that moment, both were profoundly shaken. They knew that as long as greed and ambition existed, this power struggle over the control of life and death would never truly end.